in support of Dancehall Queen. And I must commend the organizers, Janet Silvera included, and I must also commend the sponsors. And to let you know that I'll be there and I'll be doing a special performance. They can come out and enjoy. Thank you very much. Good night.
An international dancehall queen, but I believe you'd make a very good judge, and we still have space for one judge, Suzette Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, you see why she won the seat? Yes, bright girl. In fact, she taught me at university, as young as I am. She did. The man behind this festival is somebody that I really admire. When I picked up the phone today and I called a number, the number rang in Miami, or should I say in Florida, and I said, Biggest, you're not supposed to be in Jamaica today for your own press launch? And he said, Janet, boy, we couldn't get on an earlier flight, you know, but I'll be in the airport by 7:30. I'm proud to say that the man who continues to amaze us in the city, the man who continues to put on one of the best productions that any one-night event can have, is here with us this evening. Brian Biggett Martin made it to Jamaica, came straight from the airport, and is going to now give you an overview of the event. Brian Martin, we're proud of you.
Thank you, Janet. I want to say, yes, I was in the airport, actually 7 o'clock. But as usual, the custom officer and the immigration, I have to stop and assure them that I will have enough tickets, for, not just for Dancehall Queen, but for Reggae Sunfest. So it's the usual. People, I just put on Dancehall Queen. I don't do Sunfest. But anyway, I have to get the Sun Pass. Anyway, again, I'm here to thank everybody that comes out and expo to hear what we have planned for 2013, the 17th Dancehall Queen. And I always want to say, well, every time this time of year, and I get the opportunity to, I want to say so much, but as usual, you know, people always say, Bigger, just cut it short. But I want to thank all the guests and the guest speaker, Mr. Crawford. And again, I want to say Dancehall Queen is something that I put together in 97. And it was because as a young man who traveled at that time, the world, and I'm proud of being a Jamaican, I'm proud of what Jamaica have to offer. And knowing my history and knowing, I remember reading in, well, earlier that in the 60s, when actually the Ministry of Culture, I think sent Bob Marley and Byron Lee and all of them to New York, not knowing where reggae would be, and not knowing that Bob Marley himself would be one of the biggest icons in the world. And the reason I mention that, because not a lot of times we see little seeds or something that don't seem to have a lot of potential, but I want to thank everybody who also have the vision and that give Biggest and well, give me the opportunity to convince them that this is a product that will be around and they can join, come on board and support and lend their name and of course give their financial support. So again, I want to thank the sponsor. I want to thank all the sponsors that are here tonight and people who sponsor Dancehall Queen over the years. Because again, like I said, Dancehall Queen is not something that I originate. Because as you know, growing up, I always go to parties and the young ladies have a party and the dance and the man them get the props and the DJ and the rapper. So when I put together the event, is out of the the need to highlight and showcase young ladies that want to give so much. At the time there were a few or so artists like Rich and the rest and Lady Star of course, but the girls weren't getting the props, and the dancers like Bogle and all of them were getting the props. So I said, let me put on a show that showcase fashion and style, and people we would bring forward some young ladies and give them opportunity to have the stage. So that's how Dancehall Queen come about. This year we'll be having contestants as usual from all over the world, and we already have a commitment from like 20 foreigners, people who, of course, the only thing they have in common with Jamaica is that the music, they love the music and they love reggae and they love dancehall and they love dancing. They come from different parts of the world. For example, this year we have been I think this is the second time we have been somebody country from South America. We have been Venezuelan dancehall queen. Of course, they don't speak no English. They never been to Jamaica, but this dancehall queen commission gives people, young ladies, the opportunity to come and discover and learn more about Jamaica. And not only they learn it for themselves, they also bring back our culture, our celebrate it. We want to videotape them and put them on spot reels and send them back to the country and explore what Jamaica have to offer in terms of our attraction like Dunn's River Fall. I kind of sound like I'm all over the place, but my point that I want to make tonight is that we have been 20-something young ladies and we'll be taking them all around Jamaica. And I'm glad to see Mr. Crawford here. And I hope you can assist us in bringing these young ladies into our resorts and our attraction, and hopefully we'll get the kind of exposure. Dancehall Queen will get the kind of exposure worldwide, not only Dancehall Queen but the country. Janet, just saying something? Again, I want to have everybody that are here for the first time, Dancehall Queen I'm talking, the press launch, people who haven't experienced what it is. Basically this year we are, again, it's the same thing we do every year. Provide the stage, bring in the winners from our competition from all over the world. We don't actually know who's going to win. We don't try to determine what kind of dance they do. Young ladies from all over the world, they create their own dance. Sometimes they fuse it with wherever they're from. So every year, the most thing I can do, our organization, is to see if every year we kind of bring a new country and help the young ladies from different culture and perform for Jamaicans and see what they are doing in their country. So I'm not too sure who we have speaking and who we have here as performing because I just arrived, but I'm sure we have some Japanese and probably anybody that can give you a taste of what's happening. I'm kind of late, so did they perform already?
Yeah, not the girls, no, not yet.
Alright, we have the foreigners and anybody who can join us on stage so the media can get a taste of what. Again, I'm just here to say, I'm going to turn it over back to Janet. I'm not going to make my usual long speech. So thank you all for supporting Dancehall Queen. I will leave it up to Janet. Can you mention all the sponsors?
Definitely. Thank you. Thank you, Big Ed.
To push behind the scenes some aspects of our culture. And one of those is dancehall. Dancehall and government have had a rocky relationship because government historically came from the top down and dancehall historically came from the bottom up, and the two cultures has never understood each other sufficiently for there to have been any true contribution, investment or policy surrounding dancehall. However, as this event is proven, for 17 years it has been sustaining itself and it has continued for 17 years. When I used to teach marketing at UWI, we would say that if a product go over 3 years, it is not just fashion. If it go over 1 year, it's not just a fad. It is a product based on an authentic culture that persons have a positive attitude towards. And so I want to thank and congratulate the promoter for having the vision to see that this part of our culture can be sold and effectively so. What I want to also congratulate the promoters on is that it is international dancehall week. You see, a lot of people complain when the culture influences other cultures, but that doesn't mean it's a strong culture. So the fact that we have a Japanese thing is not a negative thing. It is a positive thing because it came initially from the culture being of sufficient demand that Japanese were willing to participate and practice and learn not only the dance but the music. In fact, I read today when I was preparing that the waltz is the last dance out of Europe. Now since the waltz, we have as a country invented about 100 dances, one of which we saw with the head top moving. That is only Jamaica. We will see that. So the fact of the matter is that it proves, first of all, that the culture is a holistic and far-reaching culture. Sufficiently so that we're having persons from Venezuela, we're having persons from Japan, we're having persons from the United States, Canada, and they're not diaspora. They're persons who are originally from those cultures, who have but segregated, for want of a better word, their own culture and put the Jamaican culture to the forefront, so much so that they're entering a competition. And that is important for us at the ministry because it helps to carry the brand into these destinations. When we go into a new market to say we want to start a market, the only thing we need is the plain seats because the people already have Jamaica on their bucket list. And it's not because of the way it's spelled, but because of their interaction with Jamaicans and because of how the culture through Bob Marley, but also through dances, through Dancehall Queen, through Junko and all the others who have won, have influenced their feeling and emotion and attitude towards Jamaica. So I am grateful for what is happening because it fits perfectly into what the ministry is trying to do, and that is to use entertainment and culture to draw people to Jamaica, to use entertainment as an attractor to Jamaica, especially in the summer months. As you will know, before this we used to have what we call bird tourists, meaning they fly south for winter. Now, when it's not winter, we used to have a problem filling the rooms, and we have to now find another attractor for that. And that attractor, we feel, could be the culture and what is called a profitable portion of culture, which is entertainment. And that entertainment we want to have in what we will call in 90 days of summer. We want to position Jamaica as the place to be for entertainment activity within the summer. And it's not just reggae, it's not just dancehall, it is entertainment in itself, because the way Jamaicans entertain themselves is also an attraction. I remember going to a jazz festival where Kenny Rogers said this is the only country he's not allowed to sing his songs. Yeah. As soon as we hear the rhythm, the people start seeing what the man sings. And so how we experience entertainment is also to many an awesome thing. And so to that extent, we have already attracted a major festival. I'm going to France to speak to another festival who's attracting 80,000 persons to come to Jamaica for that authentic feeling. But we want to package the Sunfest, the Dancehall Queen, and all of those things within the 90 days from the 15th of May until the 15th of August to say that come to Jamaica and experience how we experience things. And to that extent, products like these that have already established themselves, that already has a following, that the media is interested in, that persons are traveling for, we want to package these, and we'll be having our first call on September 10th of this year to have a launch on the 15th of November. So to that extent, as I said before, I'm grateful for what the funds are being used for as it relates to education. Most persons will know that that is my pet peeve, because at the end of the day, there is no other thing proven to move people in a country forward than education. In fact, Edward Siaga said he has never seen a poor educated country, and he has never seen a rich uneducated country. And to that extent, we as a country need to focus on that education, and where the government can't do it, private persons like yourself and Respect Bigot has taken up the mantle to provide education for those who would have been denied the necessary tools for functioning in the future. So those who are the sponsors, Rio, and I must congratulate Rio. Every pan when not say Rio name now, Rio is really immersing themselves in the Jamaican culture, and we need those sponsors, because without sponsorship there's going to be less of an ability for promoters to effectively put on world-beating events. And so all the sponsors, we want to say we are grateful to them. All the persons who come out today to support an initiative that many will shy away from because of our cultural and our class realities. We have now realized that what emanated out of what might be termed the lower class is now of high importance to the nation and to the country. And to that extent, I'm grateful for being here, for being invited, and I look forward to using dancehall, reggae, dancehall queen as a promoter for Jamaica, as an attractor and as a reducer for the seasonality of the tourism industry. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and respect.
Lord, I tell you, this evening, really and truly, man, what a speech, what a commitment we're getting from the minister himself about how he expects to take dancehall queen to the next level as it relates to helping to promote Jamaica's tourism industry and the entertainment industry at the same time. Ladies and gentlemen, the Deputy Director of Tourism, Sandra Scott, walked in early